Scientists at MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, have managed to come up with a novel and revolutionary Star Trek-like aircraft propulsion. The researchers at MIT have developed what best could be described as Star Trek-like ion propulsion for small aircraft that uses literally no fuel to propel the aircraft through the air. The aircraft was tested in the MIT gym, and the research was published in the Nature under the title Flight of the Airplane Using Solid-State Propulsion. The significance of MIT finding may not be apparent to many, but research and finding and could lead to a revolutionary step in aerospace design and propulsion. Literally, we are talking Star Trek concepts and designs, with ideas at this junction that are pure science fiction. If I could draw the parallels on this discovery, the Wright Flyer would come to mind, and this might sound hyperbolic to some, but the significance couldn't be underestimated. Since the first aeroplane flight, aircraft were propelled by a simple concept of moving surfaces, in this case form of propeller or turbine. Although currently it is the best form of getting from A to B, this method of propulsion was around for nearly 110 years. However, no matter how much we improve the propeller turbines or jet engines, they are still relatively inefficient and cumbersome, often creating additional drag on aircraft it propels. The fact these engines also require fossil fuel adds additional complexity to the entire concept and fallibility of the current aircraft design. Solid-state aircraft propulsion changes these dynamics significantly. However, before you jump for joy, it is early days, and currently this technology can only apply to tiny aircraft, less than 500 grams. What makes this concept so fascinating is the way MIT engineers managed to achieve stable electrodynamic concept propulsion using electrical forces to accelerate ions in a fluid. Solid-state aircraft propulsion has been proposed as an alternative method of propelling airplanes without moving parts, nearly silently and without combustion emission. The thought of that is simply mind-boggling and very Star Trek-ish. As a massive Trekkie and fan of most things sci-fi, SSAP concept just takes me to that universe. Do I think this is technology that could one day, when scaled up, be utilized for propulsion of all aircraft? I certainly hope so. The MIT team, in their tests from 2016 and 2018, created an aircraft with a wingspan of 5 meters that weighed 2.45 kilograms. It has a number of thin electrodes running across the wings, and at the front of these are thin wires, while at the back is an aerofoil, a curved surface to produce the lift, like on a regular plane wing. The thin wires at the front are charged to positive 20,000 volts, while the aerofoil at the back is charged to negative 20,000 volts, creating a strong electric field. At the front, electrons are removed from molecules in the air to produce ions, and as these accelerate to the back, they produce an ionic wind, which gives the plane a thrust. Basic idea is that you ionize air, which means removing an electron from it. You can accelerate the air with the electric field. Over the course of 10 test flights, the plane successfully flew about 60 meters in about 12 seconds, with a thrust efficiency of about 2.6%. But as the speed increases, the efficiency of the system increases as well, just like in a regular plane. Theoretically, just over 1,000 km per hour, faster than a passenger jet, and is 50% efficient. The technique is similar to how ion engines are used in some spacecraft to travel through space. However, these spacecraft rely on ionizing a fuel, such as xenon gas, to produce a thrust. The plane developed by MIT does not require propellant, instead relying only on the thin wires and on off-the-shelf lithium polymer battery. At the moment, the technology is limited, with the plane being very much a prototype, but the future possibilities are exciting. In the near term, this thrust system could be used to power small drones, making them near silent so they wouldn't have any propellers like regular drones. Tests on the plane are continuing, with the team now able to turn the plane in the air with a remote control rather than just flying in a straight line. However, don't expect large commercial airplanes using this technology being available anytime soon. We are talking perhaps another 50 or even 100 years of development before we will see the possibilities. However, it is nice to dream of such future.